What's up and welcome to another episode of It's Tipp Topp Fishing. My name is Keaton, this is Makisi, and this is a full review on the Flex Adventures CF55 camping fridge freezer. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's briefly talk about the three differences between your fridge at home and a camping fridge freezer. Number one, your fridge at home can only work on a level, flat surface and needs to be turned off every time you move it for a couple of hours before you use it again. Camping fridge freezers can be used on the move and at various uneven angles. Number two, your home fridge only uses 240 volt AC current and is not very efficient. Camping fridge freezers are made to work with both 12 and 24 volt DC and 240 volt AC while being efficient at the same time. Thirdly, the price. Basic home fridges are very cheap. Camping fridge freezers are bloody expensive. Well, till now. Okay, so back to the CF55. The CF55 is a 55 litre dual compartment fridge / freezer. The outside dimensions are 690 by 345 by 524 millimeters with a 35 millimeter thick insulating high density sidewall. It weighs under 14 kilos, which is about 5 to 7 kilos lighter than its competitors, which is a big difference. The outside is made of a toughened plastic shell, which has a steel frame built within it, which is good for strength and durability. On either side of the fridge are robust, permanent handles which are easy to lift and to grab. On the top of the CF55 is a lid which has a latch and 4 recessed cup holders. When you open the lid, the hinges are protected by a tension chain. During my testing, we broke the chain. This is not ideal, but was easy to fix with a 25 rand chain and a star screwdriver, and that took less than 5 minutes to fix, so it's really not a big deal. Moving into the fridge, there is automatic light when you open it, and it has 2 separate compartments which work together to give you 55 liters of storage space. They work together and can't be set separate in terms of temperatures. They both work on the same temperatures, but the smaller compartment, to me, is gentler in terms of temperature change. What I mean by that is the large compartment, yes, Mackies, changes temperature rapidly for maximum performance, and the smaller compartment changes temperature a lot slower. The CF55 can cool down the interior of the fridge from 20 degrees Celsius to minus 20 degrees Celsius, which is very impressive in my opinion. The smaller compartment can fit a full 6-pack and plenty of extras, and then the large compartment, which has got a big basket in it, which is pretty cool, makes it really easy to pack and unpack. You just take the basket to your fridge, and the large compartment can carry many 2-liter bottles, which is awesome. With my testing, I took the CF55 on rough terrain, well, as rough as my car could handle, on a long weekend away with 4 adults. We had no extra ice, no cooler boxes, and just relied on the CF55 to cool down all of our food and drinks.
All we have to watch.
Climb every mountain, cross every mud pool, follow every rock in the road. And then I forgot the rest of the song.
Till you find your dream.
Till you find your dream.
5 hours later.
Dodging rocks so I don't have to get a new exhaust or sump or lower control arm. So we have thoroughly tested the Flex Adventures fridge from Friday to Monday with 4 grown individuals eating 3 meals a day. We packed it full of our drinks, our food, our everything. We had to solely rely on the Flex Adventures fridge with a 120 amp hour deep cycle battery and a 100 watt panel. Now we also didn't have full sunlight. It was partly cloudy for the last every day basically. It has been partly cloudy, so we haven't had full sun. So how has it done? Back to the studio. The fridge worked exceptionally well, keeping everything at 3 degrees the entire time without even blinking an eyelid. It was absolutely fantastic. Now moving to the front of the Flex Adventures, we have the LED control panel. It shows your current internal temperature, which can be manually set by pressing the up and down buttons, or you can change them remotely. I'll show you that later. It shows you a battery voltage and capacity display. Then it shows which power mode you are in: Eco, where the fridge runs between 45 watts and 55 watts, and Max, which is between 50 and 70 watts. You can set the power mode by pressing the settings button twice. So you press it once, you select it, and then you press it again to change it. Then to protect your battery, the LED display shows the battery protect modes that you are offered. It's got a low, a medium and a high. The battery protection makes sure that your fridge doesn't empty your battery or possibly damage your battery while you are out and about and preoccupied with enjoying the outdoors. Then you have the on off button, and then you have this tiny little Bluetooth sign. Yes, the CF55 has Bluetooth connectivity. It has an app, and usually I think, oh no, not another weak, irritating, complicated app with tons of features. Those irritate me. But the CF55's got an app that is just great. It connects like this, and you can control the fridge simply, and you can control all of the different settings that is on the fridge. It is great. I'm really impressed by it. Let's get into the performance of the fridge. The CF55 is powered by either 12 or 24 volt DC and 110 to 250 volt AC power. So you can either power your fridge from the socket on the wall, or you can plug it into a cigarette lighter and plug it with your 12 or 24 volt system. With my testing, it took the fridge to go from 22 degrees ambient to 0 in 17 minutes in max mode and 25 minutes in eco mode. The fridge is very efficient, and how it works is it turns on till it cools the fridge to the set temperature, then it turns off. Once the temperature raises 3 degrees above that set temperature, the fridge will turn on again and cool it back down to the set temperature. With my testing on the long weekend, it was 25 degrees ambient, and then the fridge was on eco mode and used an average of 3.6 amps while it was running, and then ran for about a third of the time. So according to my calculations, which is not very accurate, the fridge used about 2.4 amps per hour, which is awesome. And that was with people opening and closing the fridge all the time, because normal people don't know what fridge management is. Now, with the power consumption done, let's talk about the angles. So the CF55's compressor is suspended by rubbers, and so can handle all kinds of bumps and rough driving, as well as it can operate for long periods of time up to 30 degrees with a 30-degree tilt for quite a long time, and then for short periods of time can go up to 45 degrees tilt in any direction. This means no matter how hard the roads were to get to your destination, the CF55 will have ice cold beverages waiting for you when you finally arrive. Okay, now lastly, my main reason for doing this review and my reason for contacting Flex Adventures. I want to talk about access and price. In my opinion, generally speaking, camping fridge freezers are just too expensive. 50 to 60 litre camping fridges usually go between 9,000 and 12,000 Rand, and that really limits the amount of people who would be able to afford one, and then that limits the amount of people who can go into the bush and go into the wild for longer periods of time. And I don't like that. I want everyone to go enjoy the bush. So the CF55 stands out with price, in my opinion. It retails at the time of this video's release for 6,499 Rand. That is a big difference for something that performs pretty much the same as the big boys. Say you had a budget of 10,000 Rand. You could either just buy one of the more expensive fridges only, or you could buy a CF55, a 100-watt solar panel, a PWM solar controller, and a 100 amp hour deep cycle battery. That's your full system for the same money. And the CF55 comes with a 1-year warranty and a 3-year compressor warranty. So you can get all of that stuff for the same money and stay in the bush. It's just an easy decision. It just is an overall great fridge freezer. If you'd like to find out more or buy the CF55, go to the Flex Adventures website in the link below. Flex Adventures is a company that it really cares about its clients, and it just wants people to go out into the bush. It's a overlanding company, and it just wants people to enjoy the fantastic wilderness that our country, our beautiful country, offers. So that's that for this. If you'd like to support It's Tipp Topp Fishing, either watch all of the adverts, subscribe, or consider being a Tipp Topp patron. Any funds that is made from Patreon is dedicated for making bigger and better videos for you guys, like this video, and yeah, it just helps me get out there and make content for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, tight lines, guys.